Welcome to the XFLSimulated on EA Sports. And boy, we have got pretty much the game of the week here. Huge divisional matchup. The 4-1 Los Angeles Wildcats hitting the road to take on the 3-2 Seattle Dragons. This game could make or break one of these teams' playoff run. Both these teams over 500 right now, but it's not going to be that way forever. We welcome you right now to CenturyLink Field as the Seattle Dragons are preparing to take the home field. This is going to be one heck of a game, and both these teams they've seen good success throughout the season, but Los Angeles more so. After their tough loss to Houston in Week 1, they've been on a roll. Their defense has been absolutely insane. They've only given up 41 points in the last 4 weeks. Absolutely incredible. On the other hand, Seattle, they opened up the season 3-0, and then they just faltered the last couple of weeks. St. Louis beat them 24-10, and then Houston rocked them 33-7. So we'll see what they can do. Brandon Silver's healthy again. He's back out there. He started the first 3 weeks, did fantastic. Week 4 against St. Louis, he struggled, and then he got injured. Last week, BJ Daniels played for the Dragons, and he did not do much at all. The Dragons got crushed 33-7, so we'll see what they can do in this ball game. It's going to be a good one. Seattle going to receive, and Nick Novak will send it away. The Dragons getting the football. Santiago going to take the knee, so now we're going to get a look here at this Dragons offense. Brandon Silver is coming out. He opened up the season pretty well. Got a 71% completion percentage. He's thrown for almost 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, no interceptions. So we'll see if he can get back into that early season rhythm here against Los Angeles. The problem is the Wildcats have one heck of a defense. They've really been incredible. The amount of turnovers that they create each game, really just outstanding. So we'll see what they can do here. It's going to be a big opening drive for the Dragons. They're going to have to hope that they can get some sort of rhythm, get into some sort of give Silver something to build off of. 1st and 10. Silver's back to throw. Looking across the middle. That's complete. Keenan Reynolds. Big gain of about 5, and that's a nice first down completion. So looking at the Dragons, this offensive line has been pretty good. Kenneth Farrow, he's been a fantastic back. He's one of the leaders in this league. Wide receivers, Dantes Bird, Austin Prohl, these guys have really been outstanding all season long. Dantes Bird was leading the receivers through the first couple weeks. Hasn't seen much production recently, but really that's the quarterback's fault there. See what Silvers can do. 2nd and 5 from the 30. And on the draw, it's Kenneth Farrow. He's going to get blown up. What a tackle. Great play made by Ahmad Dixon. Flying in there from the safety position. That's going to bring up 3rd and 6. Farrow didn't even have a chance. Dixon all over that one. This is what we've been seeing from the Wildcats defense. They've been fast, they've been aggressive, they've been on the ball, and it's made it very tough for offenses. See what Jim Zorn can call here. The Dragons, their offense has been very lackluster the last 2 weeks. On 3rd and 6, Silvers back to throw. He's got time, cross the middle, and that is caught. Ben Johnson, what a catch. Past the 45, up to the 46. Huge completion for the Dragons, and that'll get him off on the right foot. Silvers, what a throw. Puts it where only Johnson can get it, and Johnson makes the catch with the heavy defensive coverage from Dunlap. What a play. Seattle, see if they can build off of that first down here and start getting some momentum on the opening drive. 1st and 10 from their own 46. Silver's going to give it to Farrow, and he's got a little bit of room to bring gain of 2, maybe 3, up to the 48. Now look at the LA Wildcats defense. These guys, they are intense. Boogie Roberts, Roderick Henderson, Matarius Brady, and then the linebackers, Sean Oakland, Trey Williams, Will Smith. They have been phenomenal all year. Arian Springs and Ahmad Dixon, Jack Tojo, all these guys, they have just been outstanding. They are shutting down defenses, and ever since giving up 41 points to Houston in Week 1, they have been absolutely, they've really just been an unbreakable defense. 2nd and 7 from the 48. You can try to screen out to Prohl, and then it's not going to go anywhere. Springs all over that one. Gonna be a loss of 1, maybe 2. This can bring up 3rd and 9. What a play by Arian Springs. And the screenplay there just not gonna work. Springs comes in completely unblocked. So now another big 3rd down for the Dragons offense. On their own 47. See if Silvers can get this squad another 1st down. 3rd and 9. Silvers across the middle. And that is caught. Ben Johnson again. Another big completion to tight end all the way down inside the 35. He's already got 37 yards in the first drive. And he's just wide open. Gets lost there across the middle. No one even close. And Johnson. 2 huge 3rd down conversions for him already. 1st and 10. They are now in Wildcats territory on their 34. 1st and 10. Silver is going to give it to Farrow, who's got some room. Kenneth Farrow. All the way down to the 25, and this Dragons offense finding some life. Kenneth Farrow, nice gain. It's about 9 yards. 2nd and 1 coming up for the Dragons. So this is exactly what the Dragons needed to do on this opening drive. Get something to build off of, because the Wildcats defense, they can really just swallow you up. So a couple big plays here really helping this team out. Kenneth Farrow on the give, and he's going to get them a 1st down, up to the 23. The Seattle offense is definitely looking a lot more confident than they did the last couple weeks, and really it's because Silvers is back, he looks healthy, and he's playing pretty well to start this ball game. 1st and 10 from the Wildcats 23. You can try to screen out to Prohl again, and he's got a little bit of room, down to about the 20. Silvers 5 for 5 already on this drive. Hasn't missed the mark yet. 2nd and 7 coming up, and right now if you're the Wildcats, it's got to be a little bit off balance, because offenses have not been able to have these sorts of drives pretty much all year on them. 2nd and 7. Farrell gets the give, and he's got another hole. Nice gain down to the 16. It's going to bring up 3rd and 3. So another big 3rd down on this drive. Honestly, it'd be a win here for LA if they could hold them to a field goal after the production we've seen from the Dragons. 3rd and 3. Silvers. He's going to give it to Farrow, and that's going to go actually Trey Williams. And he's going to get blown up. That's a loss of 2. Will Smith on the tackle, and Seattle will have to settle for 3. What a play. Honestly, I'm not very happy with that play call there. Silvers has been fantastic on this first drive. Why not just let him try to do what he's done the last couple 3rd downs? Instead, Trey Williams gets the carry, and it's not going to happen. So Ernest Lukeo going to come on out. .35-yard field goal try. The kick is up, and it is good. Seattle strikes first, and they've got a 3-0 lead. Long drive, 6.5 minutes. Capped it off with a field goal. Honestly, a little bit of a disappointing finish there, especially considering the success they had on that drive. Not really happy with Zorn's play call. I definitely think he should have gone back to the passing game on that 3rd and 3. It'll be interesting to see how the Wildcats offense is. They've been very effective. Josh Johnson really done a great job moving the ball down the field, and they haven't scored a whole lot in the last few games, but they've just done enough to get them some solid wins. So Lukeo will kick it away. And that'll be returned by Rose. And he'll bring it decent return up to the 24, call it the 20. Yeah, it's the 24. So now out comes Josh Johnson, and this guy, he's been a solid guy all year for them. Josh Johnson, 67% completions, 9 touchdowns, 2 picks. He's thrown for 962 yards. He's really been a big reason why the Wildcats are 4-1 right now. And now a huge road game against a divisional rival. We'll see what type of production he can have today. The Dragons' defense was exceptional the first 3 weeks. And again, honestly, against St. Louis and Houston, they didn't do bad. It was just they just couldn't hold up. since their offense was so lackluster. Johnson, he's going to give it off-play action on the first play. He's got a lot of time, and now he's going to take off with it, and he's got some room to run. Up past the 30 to the 31. It's a gain of about 6. Surprised he wasn't able to get that ball off. I guess it's good coverage from the Dragons side of things. But not a bad first play for the Wildcats offense. 2nd and 4. Johnson, back to throw. He's going to dump it underneath. That's Hood, and he's got blockers. Elijah Hood. Nice gain up to the 41. That's a 10-yard gain on the play. Looked like Hood wasn't going to have anywhere to go, but the blockers were able to get out there. Nice first down for the Wildcats. 1st and 10 from their own 41. Gonna have to get this play off quick. And he will. Hood gets his first carry of the game, and he is met right away. That is Nick Temple with the first penetration. Nice play with the Dragons defense. All over that one. Seattle's defense, really, they did a great job the first few weeks, and again, they just had a hard time the last couple of weeks because their offense just couldn't do anything. So at the end of the game, like they were in the game against Houston up until the 4th quarter, and that's when things just fell apart. They could only hold up for so long. We'll see if the offense can at least do more here against LA. 2nd and 11 from their own 39. Johnson back to throw. Under pressure, and that's a wide open man. Trey McBride. It's a first down for the Wildcats, and they're going to get inside Seattle territory. 1st and 10 coming up from Seattle's 46. Great route. McBride just a simple curl route. Josh Johnson puts it on the money. First down coming up for the Wildcats. Their offense looking pretty well. 1st and 10 from the 46. Johnson, he's going to give it to Hood, and Hood, he's got a huge hole. All the way inside the 35 up to the 33, and Elijah Hood, he's had a heck of a year so far. He's been fantastic for LA. One of the leading rushers in the league, so it'll be interesting to see the battle between him and Kenneth Farrow today of who can be more productive, but great run from Hood. And that was all the offensive line giving him that hole. So the Wildcats offense now on a roll. See if the Dragons defense can hold them to a field goal here. 1st and 10 from the 33. Hood gonna get the carry again. He's got another hole. He is finding those lanes. It's a gain of 8 down to the 25. Brings up a 2nd and 2. This Wildcats offense, one of the best in the league. They have got so many weapons. They've got a great first drive going so far. See if they can get the playoff before the first quarter ends. And they will not. So we have come to the end of the first quarter here in Seattle. The hometown Dragons up 3-0, but the Wildcats are knocking on that door with great field position on their first drive. 2nd and 2 will be coming up for the Wildcats. Again, it's up to their offense here to score a touchdown or at least a field goal, because the defense, they've been very impressive the last few weeks. But again, they're not going to be able to hold up forever either. So this offense got to be able to utilize their weapons. 2nd and 2. Josh Johnson back to throw. Across the middle, that's caught. Trey McBride all the way down inside the 5. Trey McBride has been one of the most reliable receivers in the league, and him and Josh Johnson have been a phenomenal duo all year. Look at the separation, just comes out of that cut. Wide open across the middle. Seattle's defense definitely needs to just step up here, make a play. First and goal on the 4. Johnson's going to try to take it himself, and that goes absolutely nowhere. Blown up. Jeremy Clark there to make the stop. Try the RPO, and that just didn't work. Temple. Excuse me, that's Martin making the tackle. See if the Dragons defense can use this. Give him some sort of momentum here. Stop him to a field goal. Second and goal from the 8. Johnson back to throw. He's got plenty of time now under pressure, and then it's dropped. Looking for Nelson Spruce. He had him. The contact knocked it loose. So a huge third and goal now for the Wildcats. See if they can punch it in, or if the Dragons defense can come up with a huge stop. Third and goal. Johnson. He's going to give it to Elijah Hood, and that is going to go absolutely nowhere. Dragons defense all over it. Graham and Clark in on that stop, and that is a huge defensive stand for the Seattle Dragons. If you gave the Wildcats a touchdown there, they could have easily started to run away with the game. Hold them to a field goal. That was huge. So Nick Novak going to have to come out for the 26-yard field goal attempt. He's been pretty good all year. He struggled against New York, but since then he's been great. And knocks that chip shot right through. Field goal is good, and it is a 3-3 ball game. Nick Novak, one of those guys, he's been around for a long time, been on a few different NFL teams, and now here with the LA Wildcats. Now the focus back on Brandon Silvers. He had a great first drive. See what he can do here. Get the Dragons a touchdown. That would be huge. Keep momentum going in their favor, because if they let their offense slip, LA is going to take advantage of that, and it might get pretty ugly. Novak to send it away. Santiago going to take it. Up past the 25, up to 26. Good return. The Dragons offense going to set up shop at their own 26. Brandon Silver's coming back out. Great first drive for him. No incompletions. We'll see what he'll do here on the second drive. He looked pretty comfortable there. He had a tough back injury a couple weeks ago, but he's looking pretty comfortable, moving around in the pocket well. See if he can keep up a good rhythm here. First and 10 from their own 26. Silvers on the high snap. He's going to give it to Farrow. Goes absolutely nowhere. Great defense there. There's Roderick Henderson on the stop. Second and 10 from the 26 coming up for Seattle.
Let's go. 30 base.
See if Jim Zorn wants to try to air it out here. I would be surprised to see him take a shot. Off-play action. Silvers. Under heavy pressure, and Ahmad Dixon absolutely destroys him. Wow. Completely unblocked. That was one heck of a shot that Silvers took. No one at all in his way. He just came right there from the safety position. 3rd and 17 for the Dragons. Things not looking too good for them on this drive. See if they can come up with a big conversion. Silvers back to throw. He's got plenty of time. Gonna look across the middle. Looks like that's holding. It's a good catch by Pro.
Holding offense.
And that is holding. What's the call gonna be? And they're gonna allow the completion to count. It's gonna bring up 4th and 2 from the 34. But Seattle's gonna have to punt the ball away. If they had a little bit more, if they were more closer to midfield, I'd definitely see why they would want to go for it. But a punt here, smart, especially since it's still early on in this ball game. Brock Miller punts it away. And it's a good one, but it goes too far. Thought he had the angle, but no. So out comes Seattle's defense back out there. Had a great stand on the last drive. Made a couple big stops there at the goal line. See if they can do it again here. Get the offense to football back. Something that's got to be a little bit worrying for Seattle here is that LA gets it for half. So if LA scores a touchdown here, that could easily be a 13-3 game or a 17-3 game in the third quarter. All the receivers spread out. See what Josh Johnson does here on first down. Back to throw. Looking across the middle, that's complete. That is Jordan Smallwood on the reception. Gain of about 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. Winston Moss got to be very pleased with his crew. They're 4-1. They had a tough first week loss, but they've been exceptional these last 4 weeks. Hood going to get the carry, and he's going to break a tackle, but Temple takes him down. Gain of about 3. Brings up a 3rd and 2. So now a big third down for LA. See if they can get the conversion here. Dragons defense, they can get off the field right now. That would be very helpful for Seattle. 3rd and 2. Hood gonna get the carry. Can he get to the sticks? No, he can't. Steven Johnson there to push him back along with, I believe, Jaquan Smith. But what a play. Seattle's defense steps up. Huge stop. Johnson gets in there, along with Kyle Quiero. And now LA's going to have to punt. So that's huge. And honestly, the Dragons, this is a must-win game for them. 3-2. If they lose to LA, LA will be 5-1. They'll be 3-3. And they'll have lost to Houston and LA. So Prohl back to receive. And he's going to go nowhere. Stopped right at the 27. Back to what I was saying. Seattle needs this win desperately, because even if the Wildcats lose this, they're still in decent playoff shape. If Seattle loses this, just like that, they went from being 3-0 and atop the division to 3-3, and their playoff hopes getting less and less with each week. So, see what Brandon Silvers can do. So far, he's been 6 for 6, 58 yards. He's got to get him a march, though. Get him to the end zone. The 10-3 lead at halftime would be huge for this Dragons team. And Brandon Silver's going to take it himself on the RPO. Interesting play call. Not really sure what Zorn was going for there, but it's only a gain of 1. I don't really like that play call, especially with the injury a couple weeks ago, and especially considering the way BJ Daniels played. You need Brandon Silvers healthy. 2nd and 9 coming up. Silvers back to throw under heavy pressure. He's going to dump it off to Farrow, and he's going to lose yardage. He's going to bring up 3rd and 11. Both these defenses playing quite well. Silvers had absolutely no time. And this has been a very low-scoring game. Only 3-3, and we're down to 3 minutes in the second quarter. 3rd and 11. Can they get another big conversion? Silvers back to throw. Under pressure. Across the middle. And then misses his mark. Looking for Austin Prohl, and he had him. Just could not connect. Prohl was open. Silvers misses the mark, and that's the type of throw that we didn't see from him in the first 3 weeks. He was very solid. But against the Battlehawks, he struggled and still coming off that injury. And roughs it out Brock Miller to punt it away for the second time. So really, they had something good going on that first drive. And continue to stall out, but a good punt. LA gonna be down inside their own 8. So with only 2.5 minutes to play, we'll see what Winston Moss can come up with for the Wildcats squad. But great special teams there. Josh Johnson coming back out. He's had a decent first half. Hasn't done anything all too spectacular, but see if he can find a rhythm here on the third drive. This game is going by quite fast. Only 3-3 coming to the end of the first half. First and 10 from their own 8. Johnson off play action. He's got plenty of time. Now under pressure, going to get it off. He will. And that is intercepted. Dragons wide open. Touchdown. Unbelievable. Mohamed Sese with a pick 6. And the Dragons defense with a huge play. Johnson had so much time and just didn't see him there. What a catch. And he had he had open daylight. No one was going to stop him. And that is massive for the Dragons. Wow. Josh Johnson has not made many mistakes this season, but that one could be a troubling one for this game. Lakeo on to kick the extra point, make it a 10-3 game. It's up and it is good. Seattle with a 10-3 lead. This defense stepping up. What a play. Mohamed Sese with the pick 6. Dragons defense finally starting to find their rhythm again. They're kind of off kilter the last couple weeks, but they are shutting down this Wildcats offense that has usually been pretty effective. Jim Zorn very happy with his squad right now. LA still with plenty of time though to march down and score, so it'll be interesting to see if Josh Johnson can bounce back from the pick. Lakeo kicks it away, and Rose will just take a knee in the end zone. So now the Wildcats offense coming back out there. Josh Johnson coming out right after a pick 6. He has shown resiliency this year. He's a veteran. He knows what he's doing. He knows he made a mistake. I expect to see him just bounce back here. And even if they don't march down, expect to see him make at least a couple of decent throws before half. See what Winston Moss wants to do here. A little under 2.5 to go from their own 25. Johnson going to give it to Hood, and he's going to be met right at the line. Quero on the stop. With the exception of 1 or 2 runs, they've been doing a good job at containing Elijah Hood, and that makes Josh Johnson's job all the more difficult when he doesn't have a running game that he can rely on. So this Dragons defense making some plays, and we are at the 2-minute warning. Seattle with a 10-3 lead and momentum. Second and 9 coming up for the Wildcats. Johnson back to throw. He's got time, under pressure, he's going to let it fly, and then it's caught. That is Smallwood. Big gain on the play, up to the 45. Jordan Smallwood gets open, and Josh Johnson finds him right in the nick of time. He was about ready to be blown up. And Smallwood with some really nice separation. Great route. Had Jeremy Clark on his heels, and the Wildcats in business. He gets out of bounds. Minute 55 to go, and they're midfield. Johnson back to throw. Seattle brings the blitz, and that is knocked away. That is Cisse again. Heck of a day for him so far. To bring up 2nd and 10. What a ball game. These two defenses are battling it out, and both these teams definitely playing as if it's a playoff game, because it really is. Whoever wins this has a much bigger chance at the playoffs. Seattle brings pressure again, and that's intercepted again. Kyle Quero. The Dragons defense comes up with another interception. Unbelievable. Johnson throws another one. He's looking to just dump it across the middle there to Hood, but Quiro just steps in there. What a play. And now the Dragons offense in fantastic field position. See if they can make it a 2-score game before half. So it seemed like the Wildcats were getting some momentum, but 2 interceptions, and now the Dragons are in business. Jim Zorn has got to get this offense in the end zone here, or at least a field goal, because if they don't capitalize on these 2 turnovers, it could come back to haunt them later on in the game. They've got to have another score here before half. Silvers back to throw under heavy pressure. He's going to dump it off to Farrow, who has absolutely nowhere to go. But somehow he escapes? How in the world did he manage to do that? He's going to end up picking 5 on the play. Sean Oakman had a shot at him. Farrow somehow stayed on his feet. And that's going to bring up 2nd and 5. Wow. If he could have stayed in balance, he could have gone even further. What a wild play. Silver's on 2nd and 5. He's got plenty of time across the middle. That is caught. Ben Johnson, his 3rd catch of the day. He has been making quite the mark. 56 yards for him on the day. He's been a reliable target all year, but this is definitely his breakout game. All the way down to the 26. Again, wide open. Just a simple tight end out route. This Wildcats defense just not looking the same. 1st and 10 coming up from the 26. Seattle's got time on their side. They are definitely looking pretty good. Silver's back to throw. He's got plenty of time. Can he get it off? He will try to dump it outside to Farrell, but it's out of bounds to bring up 2nd and 10. Second and 10 coming up. No need to worry for Seattle. They can easily get a field goal. But if they really want to start putting this game into their own hands, they got to score a touchdown. Silver's back to throw. 2nd and 10. He's got plenty of time, but now he's going to get taken down. That is Boogie Roberts with the sack, and that pushes them all the way back to the 34. So the Wildcats defense comes up and makes a big play. And that's going to make this field goal a little bit more difficult. He had plenty of time, just couldn't find anyone open. Honestly, if you're Silvers there, you've got to just throw the ball away. Don't understand why you'd hold on to it that long, especially when you need a field goal here to make it 13-3 before half. Don't understand what they're doing there. Boogie Roberts with a great sack on the play. 3rd and 18 coming up. Huge play if you're Los Angeles. Off play action. Silvers across the middle, and that's caught. Austin Prohl all the way down to the 10. Seattle going to call a timeout. What a play. I was not expecting that. I thought they would just try to dump it off underneath and get a few yards back, but no. Prohl gets him a first. I like the play call from Zorn. 1st and goal from the 10. Silvers with plenty of time. Can he get the ball off? He will, and then it's dropped. Santiago. He was open, but can't make the catch. 2nd and goal. Dragons, really, if they really want to start getting some momentum pulled away from LA, a touchdown here would be huge. See if Silvers can get it done. 2nd and goal from the 10. Kenneth Farrow, he's got some room, and he's going to bring it down to the 6. He's going to bring up a huge 3rd and goal. Because 13-3 is not the worst for LA. They get the ball for half, they score a touchdown. 13-10, not a big deal, but going down 17-3 could definitely be difficult. So 3rd and goal. Seattle obviously going to want to just run this clock down. Silvers back to throw. Looks to the end zone, and that is caught! Ben Johnson, who else? What a catch! And Seattle's got themselves a 16-3 lead. Huge play. Johnson lays out for it. He was wide open again. I don't know how this guy keeps getting this wide open, especially with the impact he's had in this game, but way to go for Seattle. Brandon Silvers, nice job of finding him. And the Seattle Dragons, they have found their mojo. Lakeo on to kick the extra point. It is up and it is good. And Seattle with a 17-3 lead. They came into this game as underdogs, and they are up by 14 points. 8 plays, 50 yards. Brandon Silvers, he's looking like he was in the first 3 weeks. So Josh Johnson now, probably not much you're going to see from the Wildcats. They're just going to run out this clock, regroup, and come out in the second half with some sort of different game plan, because right now Seattle, they are controlling this ball game. Lakeo on to kick it away. And Rose will just kneel in the end zone. So 22 seconds, 2 timeouts. You definitely could do something if you're LA, but the question is, do you really want to? Johnson threw 2 picks on the last 2 drives. Probably just want to play it safe here. Just come back into half. First and 10 coming up from the 25. See what Winston Moss does here. He's probably going to play conservative, and I hope that he does. Especially for Josh Johnson's sake, it just would make sense. Hood does get the carry. He's got a little bit of a hole, but only getting about 5. LA will take a timeout, though. A little interesting there. I was expecting them not to, but... Second and 5. 17 seconds to go from their own 30. Hood gets the carry, and he's got some room. Hood putting on the gains. LA has to blow their second timeout. They're about midfield. From the 44, probably just going to try to take a shot here to the end zone. Johnson back to throw. He's got plenty of time, and he is going to go for the end zone. Puts it up deep, and that is dropped. We'll have one more shot. 4 seconds left in the half. This Dragons defense, they've been really impressive this first half. I'm impressed with the way that they've shut down Josh Johnson and these receivers. And the fact that they picked him off twice after he's only been intercepted only twice this entire season. Very impressive. Second and 10, Johnson with plenty of time, and he's just going to have to dump it off underneath, and that is knocked away. Almost intercepted, and that's how we're going to head into the half. The Seattle Dragons using the home field advantage. Winston Moss going to have a lot of work to do here in halftime, trying to get his team back into it. But the Dragons, 17-3 lead as we head into halftime. We'll be back in a minute after this. And we welcome you back to CenturyLink Field in Seattle, where the hometown Dragons, they are in control, up 17-3. Great first half, both offensively and defensively. We'll see if they can keep up the momentum here in the second half. And again, this game has such huge implications. Houston is 5-1. They beat both of these squads. LA is 4-1. Seattle's 3-2. So whoever wins this game really gets ahead in the playoff run. So Seattle more so needs this win, especially because they're 3-2. A loss here puts them down to 3-3, and they lost to Houston and LA. So they've got to hope that they can hold on. Larry Rose back to receive, and Lakeo gets ready to send this one away, and the third quarter is underway. Goes out of the end zone, so the Wildcats going to get it from their own 25. Josh Johnson, not the greatest first half. 5 for 11, 70 yards, and 2 picks. But you know, he's the guy, he can fight through adversity. He's done it before, and I'm sure he can do it again. He then gets the right play calls, and he's just going to get himself back into a rhythm. Made a couple errant throws the last couple drives. See what he can do here. Kind of a fresh slate here. Just you're down 14 points. So see if they can come out with a new mindset and make a comeback. First and 10 from their own 25. Johnson going to give it to Hood, and he goes nowhere. What a tackle. That is Morgan on the stop, and that's going to be a loss of 3. He burst right through that line, and right off the bat, the Seattle defense comes out and makes a play. Definitely doesn't look like they lost any momentum from the last couple drives. Wildcats, they're kind of reeling right now. They had a great first drive, they stalled out inside the 10, and since then they haven't been able to do anything. So let's see what they can do. 2nd and 13. Johnson back to throw. He's got time looking across the middle, and that is bobbled and dropped. Trey McBride couldn't hang on. Again, the Seattle defense, they've been so impressive this game, shutting down such a high-powered offense. 3rd and 13. A huge play for the Wildcats. Johnson back to throw. Under heavy pressure, gets it off. And that is caught. Brandon Barnes. He's got a lot of room. Down inside the 45. Up to the 43. What a play. Josh Johnson, way to hang in there and throw a strike. He was getting blasted on both sides. What a play, and the Wildcats offense finally get something going here on 3rd and 13. Brandon Barnes. Huge completion. And that is what the Wildcats desperately needed. 1st and 10 from Seattle's 43. Johnson back to throw. He's got plenty of time. He's going to go deep across the middle, and it's dropped. Brandon Barnes. Can't hang on to that one. That one hurts because he was wide open. That would have been another big completion. It's a shame he couldn't have held on to it. Josh Johnson definitely getting back into a rhythm. For his sake, hopefully that drop doesn't throw him back off. And Elijah Hood going to get the carry, and he's got some room. Able to bounce around and pick up about 4, so another big 3rd down. Now it's 3rd and 6 from Seattle's 39. Nick Novak, he's been decent, but he hasn't gotten the strongest leg. It's got to think you're definitely still out of field goal range at this point, so they need this 1st down. See what the Wildcats can do. Johnson, off play action. He's got plenty of time, and now he's going to take off with it. Can he get to the sticks? That is going to be close. Steven Johnson made the tackle, and it's going to be 4th and inches. Surprised that Johnson didn't just make a little cutback there, because he's got the athleticism to do it. Johnson just gets there in time. It's going to bring up 4th and inches, and it's going to be really interesting to see what the play call is here from Winston Moss, because you're down 17-3. 17-6 does not make it much better. And that is really close, but he just didn't get to the sticks. It looks like Nick Novak is going out there. And actually, no, they're going to punt it away? I am very confused with this play call. They've got to at least down that. And they won't. Huge mistake, and what in the world is Winston Moss thinking? From the 34, Novak would have definitely had a chance at making that, but then you punt it away, and you don't even pin them deep. The Wildcats, that is very messy on their part, and Seattle come back onto the field with their offense. They are in good shape. Surprised we have not seen Dantes Bird in action yet, because he's been such a weapon all year long. See if we can get some second half action. 1st and 10 from their own 20. Coming up for the Dragons. Silvers, off play action, across the middle, that's complete. And there's the man, Dantes Bird. Gain of 7 on the play, that's going to bring up 2nd and 3. That was on cue. I wonder if Jim Zornhart heard me announcing up here, I don't know. Just a nice little slant route. Silver's on the money with the throw. Second and 3 coming up for the Dragons from their own 27. And they definitely look like Dragons that we saw in the first 3 weeks. Silver's off the draw. It's Kenneth Farrow who breaks through and gets the first down. All the way up to the 35. I don't know how he managed to do that, but he did. Nice gain on the play, and Farrow, he's been an impressive back all year, and last week he had a huge run against Houston, one of the only bright spots of the offense in that game. This game he's making a decent impact, and Josh Johnson has got to do something to get his squad back into quick, because Seattle, they are starting to run away with it. First and 10 from their own 35. Off play action, Silvers going deep across the middle, that's caught. Dantes Bird. And now he's getting the action once I mention it. 27 yards. All the way down inside the 40 to the 39. Just a beautifully run route, and Silvers just puts it right over where the linebacker can't get it. This Seattle offense is clicking. First and 10 from the Wildcats 39. Can LA get a big stop when they need it? Kenneth Farrow on the give, and that's going to be a gain of about 2. It's going to bring up 2nd and 8 from LA's 37. Second and 8 coming up for the Dragons. Silver's going to give it to Farrow, who's got a little bit of a hole. He's going to get stopped at the 34, so he's going to bring up 3rd and 5. LA needs to hold him right here, right now, because it's borderline field goal range. Lakeo is made from 58 yards, though, so unless they get a sack here, it's most likely going to be a 20-3 game, even if Seattle doesn't get the first down. Off play action, Silvers under pressure, he's going to let it go, and that is caught. Austin Pro. This guy is all over the place. That is another big gain. 22 yards on the catch. Down inside the 15 to the 12. Just a nice comeback route, gets around Springs. We haven't seen this from Seattle in quite some time. Very impressive with the way the Dragons are playing. First and 10 coming up. The Wildcats are really up against it right now. Down to under 4 minutes in the third quarter. Kenneth Farrow with the give, and he's going to fight his way down to the 6. 2nd and 3 coming up. Nice gain. It's a gain of about 6 or 7. This Wildcats defense just have not had any answers for Seattle, which is surprising considering the fact that they've shut down some good teams over the past few weeks, and Seattle's been going backwards, so it's impressive to see the way Zorn has gotten the team back into it. Out in the flat, and then it's caught! Kenneth Farrow! The hands! What a grab, and that's going to bring him down to the 2. Wish we could have gotten a replay of that. Wow. What a grab.
Here we go. 30 base.
First and goal from the 2. In motion, and he's going to get play off. Kenneth Farrow gets blown up. That is Roderick Henderson. What a tackle by the big fella. Pushes him back to the 5. He just flew right in there. Completely unblocked. Must have been miscommunication there on the offensive line. Second and goal from the 5. LA is going to need not just one of those plays, but more of those if they have any chance at this game. Second and goal from the 5 coming up for Seattle. See what the play call is here from Jim Zorn. Kenneth Farrow going to get the give, and that's a touchdown. Kenneth Farrow, 5 yards. We knew he was going to find it somewhere along the way. He's been an excellent back all year, and he does it there. Great hole by the offensive line, and Farrow flies literally into the end zone untouched. Seattle extending their lead, and this home crowd is absolutely loving it. It's been a couple tough weeks for them on the road, so to come back home and to dominate against a rival like this, they are psyched. Lakeo, the extra point, it is good. 24-3. Who would have thought that the Dragons would be up 24-3? If anything, you would have thought it would be the other way around, but no. Jim Zorn, impressive job. Offensively, defensively, special teams, the Dragons, they're controlling this ballgame. And these fans are loving it. Winston Moss, gotta figure out how to get this team together quick. Down by 21 points, only 2 minutes left in the third quarter. A quick touchdown gives them a chance, but being forced into a punt here practically seals the deal for the Dragons. Lakeo to send it away. Rose just going to take a knee. So the Wildcats offense will be coming back out. Josh Johnson set it rough. Martez Carter has not seen any playing time, which is I'm a little bit confused by that because he's really shown that he has potential. Surprised Winston Moss hasn't used him more alongside Elijah Hood. We'll see if he gets sort of action here on this drive. Josh Johnson still just hasn't found a rhythm since those 2 interceptions. See if he can do something here in a pressure situation. 1st and 10 from the 25. Elijah Hood gets the carry, and he is going nowhere. Seattle's defense all over that one. Martez Frazier with a tackle, pushes it back to the 22. The Dragons, they're just feeling the energy right now, and they certainly are breathing fire on the Wildcats. 24-3. They have been dominating this entire game.
Here we go.
Gotta get this play off quick. Johnson back to throw on 2nd and 13. He's got plenty of time. Gonna go across the middle, and that's complete. Trey McBride up to the 40. Nice gain on 2nd and 13, and there's his man. McBride, he has been, again, this is one of those reliable targets all year, and again, he gets open there for a nice gain, all the way up to the 40, gain of 18. McBride, he is just so quick with his feet. He's been doing that all year long. See if the Wildcats can finally find some sort of rhythm. First and 10 from the 40. Elijah Hood on the carry, and he's going to bring up to the 44. Decent gain. 4 yards on the play. 2nd and 6 coming up. Down by 21. We're about ready to head into the fourth quarter. LA's not completely out of it, but they need to start doing something quick. Johnson going to take off with it. And he's got a lot of room to run. Josh Johnson down inside the 25. What a run from the mobile quarterback. Josh Johnson puts on the Jets all the way down to the 23. He saw that lane and he took it. No one in sight until within the 30. So those are finally some fireworks, and we'll see what they can do here. We're going to head to the end of the third quarter. The Seattle Dragons dominating at home 24-3. Can the Wildcats have a big fourth quarter? We'll see. They're in decent position right now to at least score 1 touchdown, but the question is, can they do 3 in 10 minutes? First and 10 from the 23. Johnson back to throw. He's got plenty of time. Finally gonna let it go, and that is dropped. Nelson Spruce could have caught it. We'll see what the flag is.
Offense.
Jordan Smallwood gets called, and it's going to be declined. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for LA. Nelson Spruce, I mean, of course Lag would have called that play back anyway, but Spruce, he's been phenomenal all year. And those drops, you just don't see them from him. LA has just been off rhythm this entire game. 2nd and 10 from the 23. Johnson back to throw, and that's caught. Brandon Barnes on the reception. It's going to bring up 3rd and 4 from the 17. Big 3rd down for the Wildcats. They've got to score quickly. 3rd and 4. Johnson, he's going to give it to Hood, and he goes nowhere. I do not understand that play call. Frazier. What a tackle. Pushes him back 5 yards all the way back to the 21. He broke right through there, and really, I don't understand what Winston Moss is doing with that play call. 3rd and 4, you're probably going to just want to throw it, especially in this sort of situation. Huge play from Seattle. 4th and 9 coming up for the Wildcats. They need this desperately. Johnson back to throw. Under pressure. He's going to let it fly towards the end zone. Knocked away. Jeremy Clark. What a play by Clark on Smallwood. Johnson could not get that ball in there. Jim Zorn very happy with this defense. Johnson had to take a shot, but what coverage there from Clark. Didn't give Smallwood any room. And smart to just knock that one away instead of trying to go for an interception. So Brandon Silvers, what a game he's having. 15 for 18, 170 yards and a touchdown. He's been just very effective. He's not the type of guy coming into the season that you'd expect to see as one of the best quarterbacks in the league, but he is. He's just been very solid all year long. See if he can keep it up here in the 4th quarter.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw.
First and 10 from the 21. Kenneth Farrell on the give, and he's going to get bottled up right at the line of scrimmage. He's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Seattle really just got to hand it to them here. They've done an excellent job at just coming right out of the gate and getting momentum. The defense really stepped it up. And Reynolds gets blown up on that screen. That play call certainly didn't work there. But just on a whole, especially coming off 2 tough losses, you got blown out by St. Louis, then you get blown out by Houston. You were going downhill really fast, so to come out here at home against a team that has been phenomenal all year and dominate, really impressive. 3rd and 10, and Farrow goes absolutely nowhere. Brings up 4th and 14. Sean Oakman on the stop. Not the greatest play call on this drive, but again, you're up by 21. Probably just want to play things safe. No need to try to do anything risky or out of the ordinary when you're up by 21. So Brock Miller going to come out to punt it away for Seattle. He will boot this one away. A lot of leg on that one. Trey McBride brings it up to the 30. Ideally, Los Angeles would have been able to score a touchdown on the last drive because then it'd be 24-10, and with 7 minutes left, you still have a chance. But now, there's only 7 minutes left, and you're still down by 21, so not a whole lot you can do right now if you're Los Angeles. And again, I'm just surprised to see how poorly their offense has performed, considering how good they've been the last several weeks. And yes, their offense hasn't put up a lot of points, but they've just been efficient. They have not been efficient this game. Johnson on 1st and 10 from the 30. And that one is going to be caught by Smallwood. Gain of about 3. Smallwood, nice gain, a nice catch. Going up and getting it. But Josh Johnson, this one's on him. Those 2 mistakes really came back to haunt them because they could not find any momentum after that. Seattle just ran away with it. That pick 6 just set off 21 points for Seattle. 2nd and 8 from their own 33. Johnson to the outside. That's caught. Brandon Barnes. And they're going to get an extra 15. That's a face mask.
Face mask. Defense.
Mohamed Cisse, probably not going to be too upset at him for that one because he's had a heck of a ball game. But still, you don't need to give them even a little bit of momentum here. Why would you want to give them any momentum? 1st and 10 now from Seattle's 45 after the first down and then the extra 15. Really what the Wildcats need to do right now is just march down and score a touchdown, get themselves back into a rhythm so that they can hopefully transfer that rhythm to next week. Johnson, 1st and 10 from the 45. He's got plenty of time, and now he's going to take off with it. He has been using those legs. That's going to be a gain of 8, down to the Seattle 37. Second and 2 coming up for the Wildcats from the 37. Johnson back to throw under heavy pressure. He's going to dump it off to Hood. He's got decent room, and Hood down the sideline. Big gain on the play all the way down to the 11. Elijah Hood able to walk the tightrope. Nice gain on the play. And that's how you turn something out of nothing. Hood. Good balance down that sideline. He was looking for the pylon. First and 10 from the 11. See if the Wildcats can finally find the end zone with 5 minutes to play in the ballgame. Off play action, Josh Johnson. He's got time. He's going to try to run for it, and he'll bring it down to the 6. So Johnson, he is a mobile quarterback. He is a smart quarterback. He has a heck of an arm. This game just hasn't been his game. You know what? You have those sometimes. He's been efficient all year, so going up against Seattle's defense, couldn't get the job done, but sure will bounce back next week. Hood on the carry, and will he get to the end zone? No, he won't. Thought he would have been able to get there. Stopped at the 1, so we're up 1st and goal. See if the Wildcats can finally punch it into the end zone. They got inside the 10 on their first drive. Can they get it in here? 1st and goal from the 1. Johnson back to throw. And that is misses the target. Incomplete. Looking for Trey McBride. He's going to bring up 2nd and goal. Those sorts of throws are the types of throws that it's just, we haven't seen them from Johnson much all year. He's usually been very accurate, so Seattle done something right. Off play action, Johnson is going to get blown up. Nick Temple. What a play. He just comes completely unblocked from the outside. Johnson didn't even have really any time to get that throw off. This Seattle defense, they did something very well in watching film or practicing or both this week, because they have completely shut down this Wildcats offense, and it seems like they just know their every move. So now 3rd and goal coming out from the 9. Can Seattle have another goal line stand? Third and goal. Johnson is going to give it off to Hood. He's got daylight, and he will be stopped just at the 1. So again, Hood just can't get to the end zone. 4th and goal from the 1. Nice gain of 8 on the play. Seattle just held them back once again. That was close. Just couldn't get to the pylon. 4th and goal from the 1. Makes sense for Moss to just keep these guys on the field, try to get in the end zone here. 4th and goal. Back to throw, and that is caught. Daquan Hampton with the catch.
Holding offense.
And that hurts. That's going to push them all the way back to the 10, and now it's 4th and goal from the 10, so they finally found the end zone. But there's holding. Daquan Hampton was open, made the catch. But now 4th and goal. We'll see if they decide to send out Novak. No, he will not. 4th and goal now from the 10. Seattle has held them so many times. Can they do it again? Heavy blitz. Johnson to the end zone. Bobbled and incomplete. Looking for Jordan Smallwood. He couldn't hang on. And once again, the Dragons defense stops them from getting any points. This defense, really an impressive job. Brandon Silvers, he's had a great day. And he is really becoming the leader of this Dragons team. Got hurt in week 4, couldn't play in week 5, and they lost both those weeks. So for him to come back out here and just help Seattle dominate at home, they've got to be loving it.
Set, ready, 60 or.
1st and 10 from their own 10. Kenneth Farrow on the give, and he's got some room. Kenneth Farrow past the 25 up to the 27, and that'll help pad his stats. He hasn't had the best game, but those sorts of plays definitely help. No one there at all. Wide open hole for Kenneth Farrow. Something I want to just mention quick, really impressive Dragons defense. The fact that LA got down there so many times and couldn't score, incredible. We have hit the 2-minute warning. Seattle up 24-3. Who would have thought? They have been incredibly impressive on really just every aspect of football. Ben Johnson, he really made some fantastic plays to get this Seattle offense going. Kenneth Farrow on the give, and he's got some room fighting his way past the 30 up to the 32. 2nd and 5. Second and 5 from the 32. Coming up for the Dragons as they just try to run this clock out. Kenneth Farrow with another hole, and that's another 1st down. He's got 70 yards on the ground. 1st and 10 at the 40. This Seattle crowd, this is exactly what they came to see. Smash mouth football, a tough defense, that's what Seattle loves, and an offense that can get the job done. And that is exactly what the Dragons did today. After the last couple of poor weeks, they definitely have won back the favor of their crowd and their fans. 1st and 10 from the 40. Probably one more run and they can just kneel and run the clock out. Call him in motion. Dantes Bird. Little pitch action. Goes nowhere. Sean Open on the tackle. Guess I just want to try that play and see how it would work within the final minute of the game. It didn't really go anywhere. Second and 13. We are at the 32nd mark. Now down to 15. Surprised they're not just kneeling it. Kenneth Farrow with another give, and he's going to get some more yards. And that's how this game is going to end. The Seattle Dragons with a huge home win, 24-3. And again, this has some big playoff implications because now Seattle advances to 4-2. LA drops to 4-2. And Seattle will reclaim that number 2 seed in the XFL West. Mohamed Cisse, an interception, which was a pick six, and man, the fact that Dragons beat the Wildcats 24-3 is very impressive. Josh Johnson, they shut him down all game long, kept them out of the end zone. This defense, they are the real deal. The Dragons, a huge win for them. They advance to 4-2. Next week, they'll be taking on the New York Guardians. So they could easily be 5-2, while the Wildcats, they're going to be taking a trip to St. Louis. The Wildcats could drop to 4-3, and they'd be even in more trouble. So we'll see what happens in Week 7, but what a way to close out Week 6 for the Seattle Dragons with a 24-3 win, get them back on track. I'm James Larson with the XFL Simulated. I will see you next week.